Hey guys, it's Monday. It's time for another Mindset Monday. We're here in the Creative Vibe Studios, and thanks for joining me. So, I wanted to just prepare you mentally. It's all about the mindset here, and it's almost the holiday season, guys. What are you going to do to stay balanced, to stay focused, to be productive, to end this year really, really well and hit your goals and be prepared for a new year, right? That's a lot. That's a mouthful. It is going to be crazy, and it's gonna take a lot from you. And guess what? The world is gonna be crazy, and guess what? People that you're working with, they're gonna be a little crazy too. So I want you to remember to take a moment to breathe. And anytime you feel overwhelmed, frustration, or anything throughout the next couple of weeks, remember to pause and prepare. So, the key to working is working smart to like really get a smooth sailing to every day that you're trying to work in the project that you're working on and the people that you're working with. You want to make sure that you're working smart. So, when I worked in corporate America, we had all the acronyms, right? Everything was an acronym. So, there's SMART, there's KPIs, there's EOD, ROI. And as an entrepreneur and a small business owner, even if you're just working for someone else, it doesn't matter. You still need to work smart. And the more people you work with, the more interaction you have, the harder it is sometimes to be smart. And when I say smart, I'm talking about how do you really get a ROI at the EOD from making good decisions with your communication. So it takes a good mindset, right? Can you relate to this? Talking to people on the phone, feeling frustrated, tired of repeating yourself over and over and over again, right? Why don't people just get it, right? Often we have these questions, we have these feelings, we have these emotions, and it's up to us to take a pause, to prepare, and then respond, right? Which is not always easy because, like I said, it's the holiday season. Things are about to be go, go, go. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves to slow down, hit pause, and prepare for what's next or how you're going to respond to whatever is happening to you. So, the first mindset hack I want to share with you is just a reminder, be patient, right? We're all dealing with and managing life the best we can. Sometimes people aren't as good as managing and finding balance and peace as others, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Sometimes you can tell when people are overwhelmed and they're rushing and things are very much an emotional battle versus a intelligence battle. Like they're not trying to find an answer, they're just like really rushing through things. So you have to make your own decision to hit that pause button and then prepare what it is that you want to say and how you want to respond by being patient, right? Sometimes people just need you to listen. And if they're ranting and raving, even if it's about you, sometimes you just got to let them get through it. And one of the things, and I didn't include this on here as a hack, but I want to just throw this in there. You have to remember to take the emotion out, right? When you're being patient, when you're listening, we shouldn't always listen to respond. We need to listen to understand. So being patient in that moment and giving someone a moment to say what they have to say, get their frustrations out, or over communicate if that's their style. Just don't take it personal, right? We've got to take out the emotion and find solutions, right? So the thing that we need to do is make sure that you're preparing to respond by understanding what it is that you need to do and how can you answer their question. Because let's just say we're having this conversation, you've hit pause, this person is going on and on about something. Most of the time you may be able to solve, you may not be able to solve, you may have to ask for help, and you have to take a moment to decide to not respond, right? Take a minute. I know it's hard. Take a minute, breathe, and then get your thoughts together because you may just need to provide an answer to a question because at the end of the day, a lot of things just need more clarity. And you can ask a question to get clarity. You can provide insight to give clarity, or you can gather more information so that everything is clear, right? Make sure you have all the pieces to the communication or to the project or to whatever it is that you're working with someone before you respond emotionally. It's so hard, guys, but you can do it. It's a mindset hack. Don't respond and hit pause. Do you see how I paused there? Pausing is difficult because that silence gives people a moment to think about whatever they want to think, right? And that's where emotions get involved. But if you are asking questions, providing insight, and gathering more information, then you will be able to provide clarity to make a good, responsive answer. The third hack is knowing that it's okay to say no. How many people have a problem or struggle saying no? Listen, it is a real deal. It can be difficult, and setting boundaries is required for everyone. I don't care what your title is. You have to set boundaries for yourself because that's what you have to do to find peace of mind. And in order to do your work, in order to take care of your responsibilities, you have to have the clarity, right? From mindset hack number 2, from pausing and waiting. And then you also have to know where it is you stand, because saying no doesn't always mean I can't do it. You might have to say no, not right now. And you can help someone by getting more information, right? We're getting the clarity that we need because a lot of times, and this is my favorite thing, listen, I don't know if you struggle with this in your work life, but everything is not a fire drill for other people. So if your lack of planning and preparation causes your timeline to dwindle, you can't expect other people to jump on board the fire truck and head on to the fire. You have to be okay with saying no. And this is sometimes a tough lesson for people to learn because if you plan and prepare, then you are communicating clearly. You don't have to worry about people not helping you when there is a fire drill, especially when everyone knows it's a fire drill for you. It's not a fire drill for the rest of us. So being aware and being able to say no by setting boundaries and letting people know, you know what, hey, I can help you with that. I will have it to you by 2 p.m. I just walked in, it's 8 o'clock. I can't help you right now, right? You have to know how to say no and be okay with it. And do it for your own peace of mind. Even if you just needed 5 minutes to get your coffee, right? You got to be able to take that moment to breathe, get your peace of mind, gather what it is that you need to do in order to do that task, and then help someone with their fire, right? They got to put the fire out. It's got to be done. Let's get to it. So be okay saying no. This segment and this week's episode is really just about the mindset that it takes in order to be okay with hitting that pause button and taking a moment to prepare your thoughts, your responses, right? Gaining clarity in anything is going to be key. So, what I want to encourage you guys to do this week is to take a moment to pause, be ready to prepare your response. And don't be afraid to ask questions and get more clarity. I think what happens is a lot of times we just gather information, we throw it out there, and people have to pick up the pieces where they may. Like, be good and get better at listening so that you can understand what it is that people need from you, especially in a workplace, right? We're working together on a common project or for a common brand or for a business effort. And at the end of the day, the goal should be the same to complete that project. Now, where the pieces get picked up, you have to understand that you're listening to understand, and then you have to communicate in order to provide the information. And becoming a better communicator is something that we can all work on. And if you are willing to be in a group or work with people who have like minds and who want to become better communicators, it just makes it that much easier. Now, if you don't, if you're not in the workplace with people who are ready to learn and slow the pace down and take time out to become better listeners and better communicators, you just have to be patient. And that means hitting that pause button. So, having the mindset today of pausing and preparing is what I want to encourage you guys to do. It's a new week. It's time for the season to change. And, it's going to get a little crazy, but you don't have to. Keep that in mind and get out there and go be great.